heart bleed tonight if I am sad tonight? I don't have a job to find.
On a quiet and peaceful day, the sky was suddenly split into two. Following this phenomenon were the outer space creatures called the Unknown. To ensure the future of humanity, all children were left to hibernate until the war ended. Several years later, when peace has come back to humanity and humans are no longer near the brink of extinction, those children in hibernation are awakened and find themselves owning a superpower called the world. The protagonist of the story, Ichiya, is among those whose own power. He's also one of the 6 strongest children in the world at present. Accompanying the tsundere Ichiya is a pretty weird girl named Kana. As the head of the city, Ichiya has to act cool all the time to keep his image. One day, when Ichiya goes to the city center as usual, he meets his old friend Kasumi, whose rank is 200. The two young men quickly get into a small quarrel. Finding it not funny, Ichiya almost rushes over and is about to punch Kasumi. Their teachers show up just in time to stop them before things get worse. After the meeting of the 3 cities' representatives, Ichiya is sharing his heroic ideals to Kana when they receive an urgent message. The Unknown are on the beach. Out of Kana's surprise, "Huh? Isn't the station this way?" Ichiya responds with a promising voice, "It's faster this way." There are 3 academies in Tri-City. Ichiya and Kanaria head the Tokyo Magic Academy. The siblings Asuha and Kasumi are the head of the Chiba Military Academy. And finally, Hime and Hotaru lead the Battleship Academy, Kanawaka. The more monsters they kill, the higher the academy's rank will be. When they reach the center of the battle area, Kana uses her skill, which is her singing voice, to buff the team's power. If Kana is here, so is Ichi. Although he is the president, Ichi is famous for his craziness on the battlefield. Meanwhile, Asa with 2 pistols deals with all the monsters alone. At her back, Kasumi supports her as a skillful sniper. Nearby, Kanawaka Academy is coping with the 2 giant monsters. Hotaru uses his katana to slay all small monsters. Then with a powerful sword strike from Hime, 2 big-sized monsters vanish immediately. Seeing that the monsters are too weak, members of the 3 academies start fighting each other. As the higher the rank, the bigger the reward. Kasumi keeps aiming for Ichi. Despite being very pissed, Ichi can't help but to do nothing about it. Hime is more serious and issues her power of the super sword to stop the crowd. Staying here only to get into trouble, Ichi and Kasumi immediately run away. After that, the teacher is very unpleasant to see the big hole on the bridge. Everyone blames Ichi for the hole, but unexpectedly all of them have to be punished. The next day, Ichi suddenly is nowhere to be found for his patrol duty. The vice president calls Kana for help. As it turns out, Ichi went to the hospital to visit an injured teammate. At the same time, a strange monster appears by the beach. They call it the Unknown Monster of the Leviathan class. This monster is so powerful that Ichi's Tokyo Academy is no match for it. After arguing for a while over Ichi's absence from the patrol this morning, the group decides to take action tomorrow morning. The next morning, Ichi leads the Tokyo Academy in an airstrike, while Kanawaka fights in close combat. According to the plan, members of the Tokyo Academy will come first as bait to attract as many monsters as possible. Meanwhile, the Tokyo Vice Commander comes to the hospital to pick up Kana. As Ichi's team is attracting the monsters, Chiba Academy takes the opportunity to attack the giant monster from behind. Then Kanawaka's team will emerge from the water for hand-to-hand combat. But their effort is still not enough, as the shell is too thick. The monsters start to panic and retreat. At that moment, there comes a beautiful voice lingering in the air. It's Kana's voice. With the world of Kana, the whole team gets a power buff. They start to counterattack, and together with Hime, Ichi chases after the monster. They start doing teamwork. E equals MC squared. Combining strength and speed, they blow the monster away. While everyone is celebrating, Ichi carries Kana on his back and returns to the city. There, as Ichi is confessing his feelings to Kana, suddenly, boom! Kana disappears right in front of Ichi's eyes. It happened so fast that Ichi fell into despair. After that day, Hime is sent to Tokyo by the headquarters to become the temporary commander. Tokyo Academy suddenly turns into Hime's anime hub. As the deputy commander was killed and the commander is unlikely to fight, everyone at the Tokyo Academy is down in the dumps. After a presentation, Hime comes to visit Ichi, who is now nothing more than a walking dead. And Ichi wants to withdraw himself from this battle. For Ichi, to save the world where there isn't Kana makes absolutely no sense. But somehow, Kasumi successfully convinces Ichi to come to the battlefield. This time, the monsters once again attack the city. Asa tells her brother Ichi was buried alive. but they are shocked to see that Ichi doesn't even die, but also goes completely mad and unleashes an overwhelming power. If Kanan is no longer in this world, he will destroy all of it. Meanwhile, in the city center, the sky suddenly turns a deep red. A huge army of monsters is approaching the land. Everything happens so fast that people start panicking and running away. But Hime shows up once again to save the day, helping the Tokyo members regain their energy. A series of battles takes place on all fronts. To buy time for the people in the city to evacuate, Hime is ordered to defend and hold the monster back for 40 minutes. But when everyone is about to leave, Hime chooses to stay. As the greater her power is, the greater her responsibility. I will show you the power of human beings. Meanwhile, Asuo is so focused on fighting that she forgets her brother. Fortunately, Kasumi meets Hotaru and is given to drive to the city center. There, Kasumi's got a plan. Asuo uses the world of Frozen to create a bridge towards Hime's location. Then, Hotaru rushes down from above at the highest speed. The moment Hime is completely exhausted and desperate, all the monsters have vanished away. Hotaru's world allows her to affect anything she sees. The city barrier is being restored. At the Queen's command, the monsters start retreating. When there's only one left, Hotaru is about to finish it off, but he's stopped by Hime, because Hime can sense something odd here. In fact, this world is just a fraud. After the battle that day, Hime, Hotaru, and Ichi went missing for unknown reasons. Kasumi travels to an abandoned city to investigate the mystery. There, Kasumi finds a document about a strange experiment. Meanwhile, monsters are attacking the city again. Ichi suddenly appears and announces, "From now on, I will be the commander." A man suddenly stops Ichi from attacking the monsters, but he's shot dead by Kasumi. Ichi is pissed off and comes behind Kasumi to ask for the reason to kill the man. Kasumi said, "If I said I'm protecting you, would you believe it?" Now, Kasumi is on the side of the monsters. At another place, Asuo is defeated by two high-level monsters. The moment the barcode on the back of her neck is destroyed, Asuo starts to realize that the monster in front of her is Hime. In the sky, there are more and more monsters. Ichi can't understand. Apparently, he saw Kana being killed right in front of his eyes, but now he once again hears her voice. Yes, the monster in front of him is Kana. Turns out, the people they once thought were monsters from outer space are actually human. This video ends here. The name of this anime is written inside the description below this video. Thank you for watching my video. If you feel you like it, please click like and subscribe to support me.